It's an ordinary beginning to a rather extraordinary journey. There are no cheering crowds or supportive family to see Seth McRae and Jason Hassan off. Other than our camera and a buddy kind enough to shuttle their truck, it's just two friends, their kayaks, and a river.
This is the ultimate river for the combination of floating, camping, fishing, swimming. I believe this is the premium river in the Mid-State.
Flowing 125 miles, the Buffalo River is a favorite destination for Jason and Seth. Usually their trips last for a day or maybe a weekend, but this time they're tackling something a bit longer.
Jason and I have floated, fished, and camped almost this entire river. Never at one time though. So this year we decided we would try to do the entire Buffalo River.
That means paddling 118 miles from the Henryville Bridge just west of Summertown all the way to the Buffalo's confluence with the Duck River. Traveling around 13 miles a day, the trip will take them a little over a week to complete.
This is day one. I could hardly sleep last night. I don't want to jinx myself, but the weather forecast has turned out to be better than expected for early May in Tennessee. The river level is at a great stage right now. It's not too high, but it's high enough that we're going to be able to get through this early part of the river without having a lot of headaches.
Those headaches include maneuvering around downed trees, hauling the kayaks through shallow stretches that are common in the river's upper reaches.
Twisty, it's turny, there's some good rapids to it. There's a nice class 2 about 3/4 of the way down. It's just a fun river.
All the little trips that I've done over the last 10, 15 years kind of led to this extended trip. It was a little more challenging to pack for 9 days.
Efficient packing is an important key to a successful trip, especially when it comes to keeping the food cold, a challenge Jason has conquered by freezing his cooler.
It's a solid block of ice with steaks and shrimp and brats and hot dogs frozen all the way down through it. That's the one thing that I do more than anything I put time and effort into. Just so I know if we don't catch fish, that rare occasion, we've got food to eat.
If they don't have fresh fish for supper, it's certainly not for lack of trying. Both of these guys are avid anglers, and the clear waters of the Buffalo are a great place to catch just about anything, especially smallmouth bass.
Fishing here's usually pretty good. We always see fish. The water's usually so clear that even if we're not catching them, we know they're there. We'll see them scoot under the boat, and it keeps your hopes high for the whole time. We've caught 5, 6 pounders in 2 feet of water before, just floating down the river. Smallmouth is king. That's what we're here for. Although, Seth, about an hour ago, pulled out a monster largemouth, which made me a little sad to start the trip, because there hasn't been one in my boat yet.
The biggest fish I've ever caught out of this river, I caught about an hour ago. I'm gonna call it a 6-pound largemouth bass. It hit my blue crawfish, and it was over 21 inches long. My heart's still beating pretty hard from catching that fish.
Even though Jason's feeling a bit sad about Seth's big bass, he knows he has plenty of time to claim his own bragging rights.
We have a competition for the whole thing. We have a very intricate point system for first, biggest, most, all kinds of different things. Even maybe an hourly challenge where one guy gets to pick a bait out of the other guy's tackle box and make him use it for an hour, and whoever catches the biggest or the most during that hour wins the point for that.
Unfortunately for us, it's a private competition, which means Wildside photojournalist Barry Cross didn't score any points for his catch. Now, if you've never heard of the Buffalo River, it's kind of a hidden gem located on the western edge of Middle Tennessee. It flows north kind of parallel to the Tennessee River. And if you've never been out here before, one of the first things you'll notice is just how clean it is.
This river is fantastic. I can stand in the water up to my shoulder and see my toes wiggle at the bottom. It's clean, it's farther away, not as many people use it, not as many people abuse it.
The Buffalo might be one of Tennessee's more secluded rivers, but that's already beginning to change as more people discover just how easy it is to experience all that it offers. From high bluffs to low bridges, scenic waterfalls, and animals of all kinds, even a swimming chipmunk.
You don't have to be an expert at it. Anybody can get in a canoe and come out here and enjoy nature. And there are people that drive for miles around Memphis, Nashville, Murray, Kentucky, Clarksville. People come from hours around to come out here to the Buffalo because it is such a beginner-friendly, anybody can come out, you can bring your kids.
Or as in the case of Jason and Seth, you can bring your best friend and still call them that on day 9 of your Buffalo River adventure.
It's flown right by. It seems like at the very beginning it would never end. We just had forever in front of us, and next thing you know, it's time to pack up and the final push towards the end.
It may be their last day on the river, but they're still fishing hard, although at this point it appears that Jason has claimed the championship.
Jason earned the trophy back this year. He's had the biggest smallmouth, and with our intricate point system, he is leading. In fact, there's no way I could catch up at this point.
While the river's flowing waters have brought them to its end, the memories of their journey continue on unchecked, swirling reminders of simple times that feed the soul.
We've seen flowers floating down the river, just like a welcoming committee, little bugle pink and orange flowers floating right by our boats. In the morning when you wake up, it sounds like a symphony of birds, just hundreds and hundreds of birds. It would drown out an interstate. It was so nice.
It definitely recharges me. It gets my body back into the natural kind of sync of things. I wake up early without an alarm clock. When I'm tired, I go to bed. No more sitting in front of the TV. It gets me back just doing kind of a natural rhythm.
It's going to be a little strange driving cars and not being able to just do whatever I want all day, all night. It's been a great trip. I am very grateful how it turned out and how it's made me feel.
I'm Ken Tucker on the Wild Side.